one of the coolest album covers of all time, right there. One of the greatest albums of all time, right here. What's going on, guys? I'm Brett. Welcome back to Headbanger's Closet. I'm going to talk about Rust in Peace today. The brilliant album from Megadeth just recently celebrated a birthday, and I missed it. Came out September 24th, 1990. I missed it because I was in Louisville, Kentucky at the Louder Than Life Festival, seeing bands like Metallica, Judas Priest, Killswitch Engage, Anthrax, Korn, bunch of other kick-ass bands. Sabaton was there, which was really cool. Had a great time. So I really didn't get to do a video on this album. It's one of my all-time favorite records. It's one of those albums that's so badass. It's always in that discussion when heavy metal fans are having any kind of debates. It's always in the greatest of all time, discussion, right? It's whether it's the greatest heavy metal album of all time, whether it's the greatest thrash metal album of all time. It really doesn't matter. Rust in Peace is always in that conversation, and deservedly so. It is just that friggin' good. It's been one of my favorite records for years. This is one of my favorite copies I have, so I'll kind of show you guys why in just a second. But one of the many things I love about this album is kind of older guys like me, grew up on this record. I was jamming this record in high school and college, all the way up until now. But one thing I love about it is the younger generation. Got people who didn't grow up on Megadeth, the last two albums are the only albums I really know from Megadeth. But they're hearing this record, and they're seeing and hearing how friggin' amazing this album is. And I love kind of getting into the discussion, and you kind of hear the way they talk about it. You can kind of tell like they're just now discovering it, so it's like that new thing for them, and you just kind of tell the way they talk about it and the look in their eye or on their face, and you're kind of like, yeah, man, I know exactly how you feel, dude. I was there 30 freaking years ago, man, But yeah, super great record. You guys all know the tunes. I won't get too much into the songs, but album is great. Not a skippable track on this record. People kind of like, well, what about Dawn Patrol? I'm like, well, Dawn Patrol, it's kind of cool in its own right, but it's got its place on this record. And my reasoning for that might be different. My reasoning is you need Dawn Patrol on this album because this album kicks so much ass. You need the break. Yeah, it's the second to last tune on the record, but you've been headbanging since the very first note on Holy War's The Punishment Due kicks in. And you need that break. By the time Dawn Patrol comes on, you're probably sweating profusely. You're probably tired. You might be in a little bit of pain. You need that break. And then, once it's over, you're recharged. You're ready to go for Rust in Peace Polaris to conclude the record. Like I said, Holy Wars, the minute that riff kicks in, you're headbanging. It doesn't have any cool little intro or musical interlude or any acoustic guitars to kind of get you, in the mood and kind of seeing what's coming next. No, it just starts, hits you, and it does not stop. Hangar 18, song number 2, which was long, my favorite track on the album. That song kicks in, and it's basically like a 5-minute dueling solo between Marty and Dave, which is awesome. Then you get Take No Prisoners. Then you get Five Magics, which now is my favorite tune on the record. The older I get, things change. This album is so great. One of the telltale signs, in my opinion, of a phenomenal record is you might have a favorite song for years. You listen to this record, and then all of a sudden one day you're like, no, this other one's my favorite. And then that changes again a few years later. As of right now, in October of 2021, my 2 favorite tunes on the album are Five Magics and Poison Was the Cure. I just love how they both, Dave's vocal delivery in the tune, the tempo on both of those tunes, and I really dig the fact that the song just goes into this bitching solo. Both of them do, just go into this bitching guitar solos, and then it just stops. Song's ends, right there, done. And it's just like this real quick 3-4 minute tune to just kicks you in the face and doesn't stop until it just abruptly ends, and you're kind of like, where am I? One of those things. But I love them. Then you got Lucretia, then Tornado of Souls. I mean, who doesn't love that Tornado of Souls guitar solo? Probably the greatest solo Marty's ever done, in my opinion. Then you get Dawn Patrol. We just talked about that. And then Rust in Peace Polaris to close out the record. Whole thing's awesome. Like I said, not a skippable track on the record. You guys all know it. I know you guys love it. Rust in Peace, Megadeth. So let's check out this particular version. I was sitting on the couch one day, and I was going through Instagram. It was Megadeth's Instagram or Dave Mustaine's Instagram channel. I don't know which one, but it's a video of him. So I was watching. He's like, everybody go over to the Sound of Vinyl right now and pick up the limited edition anniversary of Rust in Peace on blue vinyl. So that's basically what I did. Here's the insert, just same as every other version you guys have. Lyrics, and then that kick-ass picture of the dudes in the band, the best lineup. Mustaine, Ellefson, Menza, and Freeman. There's the album. It's the blue. Pretty much the same, if I'm not mistaken. I've got an OG pressing over there. Pretty sure it's the same label, Capitol Records Megadeth label as the original pressing, but it's on a pretty kick-ass blue vinyl, which matches very well this badass album cover. So yeah, pretty cool. Stoked to have it in my collection. Like I said, it's probably my favorite version, just because you guys know how much I love colored vinyl, right? So Megadeth's Rust in Peace. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the album. But before you do that, I kind of challenge you guys to go back and listen to it. All right, give it a good front to back listen. Has your favorite song on the record changed, like mine has? I mean, I'm sure mine will change like in 2-3 weeks. Again, who knows? That's just the way things go with me when I listen to these albums. But let me know in the comments down below. What was your favorite song? Is it still your favorite song on the record? Just talk about anything you want to talk about. Rust in peace. So leave me that comment, hit that like and subscribe. Go over and find me on Instagram. I do my best to follow everybody back. Instagram channel, or handle rather, is Headbangers Closet, just like this channel. I put pictures of my collection, photos I've taken at live shows, a bunch of other heavy metal related stuff. So give me a follow on that. I follow you guys back. And yeah, go listen to Rust in Peace. It's a freaking masterpiece. And I'll have another video for you guys very soon. Cheers.